It's time.
Let's see, Chael Sonnen talking about Islam Makhachev and Michael Chandler. I mean, everybody knows Michael Chandler's supposed to fight Conor here, but if that does not happen, does he get a title shot? That'd be pretty crazy. I know Dustin's calling for another title shot. Like, he'll fight him again. Let's see what he has to say.
Let the Oder fighting revolution begin. Michael Chandler came out talking about he was offered Islam Makhachev. Now, guys, I misinterpreted this. Did you guys see this?
Chael Sonnen's
This had
hilarious.
come out yesterday. When I heard it, though, and I was still in Vegas. I just got back. When I heard that, it was from somebody else. I didn't hear and or read the interview where it was Chandler speaking. I got it from somebody else that had seen and or read the interview where Chandler was speaking. And my interpretation, I had a full conversation with them. They knew it.
Yeah, I wonder, a lot of people have thought, Michael Chandler's wrestling and Islam's wrestling, Michael Chandler's going to have a better ability to stop the takedown, things like that. But he leaves his chin way, way too open. And he's susceptible to uppercuts. And Islam's got a mean uppercut. And yeah, I don't even think. I mean, no offense to Michael Chandler. I love Michael Chandler. He's a great fighter. But, Dustin handled him pretty handedly last time. And it was a good fight, but I don't think him and Islam are.
What I was thinking, I don't know why they didn't correct me.
I think it's a problem for Islam's a problem for everybody.
Chandler was just
especially
telling
for
old
Chandler.
stories. I thought he was just kind of talking about from, along the journey type thing. Well, no, he's talking about now.
Okay, stop.
Michael Chandler is claiming that he has a title shot offer on the table.
Yeah, to jump off that Conor McGregor train. That's why.
And that makes a lot of sense.
That's a hard fight for Conor, though.
It does.
It makes a whole lot of sense.
Now,
yeah, I agree.
He hadn't fought in a while.
Yeah.
And he's coming off a loss.
That's a big shot right there, man. That's what he's always wanted.
By stoppage. That is all true.
When Michael Chandler came from Bellator, he wanted to fight for the title, like the best and only the best. So this is his shot right here. Conor is not the best. He can fight Conor. If he gets a title, all the more Conor come right back and fight him immediately. But I do think that Chandler has could prove very hard to deal with for Conor McGregor coming off the hiatus that he's coming off of.
But it's not as though it's unprecedented. It's not even unprecedented for its time. In fact, not fighting for a while and coming off a loss, and that loss being via stoppage to a completely different opponent. I just described, Stipe Miocic, for example. I just described that. So, while this isn't what's necessarily done, let's take a look at the landscape. You got some guys at 155 pounds.
I mean, Chandler needs to. Conor needs to win his fight back. So this would make sense.
Really, no other division
financially
has seen
for the UFC.
Right, like just because you lose to Poirier, who then goes out and is very competitive, right?
Yeah, he was very competitive.
Charles Oliveira, another great example. Just
he lost to Charles.
Pounds. So you've got Sarukian, who's suspended at least for a minute.
Yeah.
For punching the fan, and by the way, I met that fan. I met that fan twice, actually, at the UFC Expo. He did not sue. He
didn't want to sue at all. He just wanted tickets.
He really was. He was pretty cool, and believe it or not, he was actually still cheering for Sectarian. So, and I'm talking about the night of 300 when the punch got thrown. So either the guy's got something against Charles Oliveira, or, the guy saw that as a bonding experience. I don't fully know how that happened.
He's a fight fan, man.
Let's
don't
get back
care.
to Chandler here. So, offered a title fight. Things are a little bit weird.
He should take that.
You have Charles Oliveira.
I don't think he's going to win it, but I think he should take it.
They wanted to fight for the title. There is somebody with tremendous influence who
Chandler's
on or near Fight Island that
37
always wanted Charles Oliveira back in there.
He's getting to the end of it.
To the point that they are willing to acquiesce to put Charles back in there. Charles does not want in there. But the reason I bring that up,
I don't know about that.
If you're willing to turn to a guy coming off of a loss, then you're willing to turn to anybody.
Yeah, Charles probably got an offer.
Get the fight that you want. which is what they tried to do, and they just can't. So I'm just
You
sharing
can't get it
for you.
done.
And then Poirier just had it, and
I guarantee you Poirier take it again.
Trying to run through the gears right here. Sakarian.
Poirier had said that every time he was coming off the stool, he thought he could win that fight. And from the look of it, yeah, like he had Islam. I mean, he was defending his takedowns like he had Islam in a little bit of trouble every once in a while.
The right guy. You want to know an idea I don't hate, guys? And you're not going to meet me here. I know I'm going to be alone. Flame away. Benny. If we're going to go in a direction that we do not generally do, if we're going to go in a direction of, hey, it's a weird time, you're tougher than hell, he appears to be even tougher than that, let's get in there and let's make some TV. Like, if we're doing that, consider Benny. I mean, Chandler doesn't sound like he's wanting to take the fight, but I do understand the fight.
Beneil Dariush, there's no way
and
that he's going to...
I don't think
he's going to beat Islam, especially after the last fight.
Wins a championship. I do believe that McGregor is still a competitor. I think that McGregor would really like that. It's not as though that,
we'll see if he's a competitor. Is he a top 5 guy? I don't know. Top 10, probably, but top 5.
If he doesn't go out there and win, well, he's not coming off a win when he got the McGregor fight. It's true. Very interesting, and ultimately, it is very respectful by Dana White. I mean, above everything else, right? Dana told Michael Chandler, hey, come.
I think Chael's missing a level here. I think he's missing a level. I think he's missing the fact that if this is a good opportunity, Chandler's frustrated to offer him out of that fight, to get him out of that fight, because he is going to be a problem for Conor. His forward pressure style, like if Conor doesn't catch him, Conor catches him quickly, coming in, which is, there's always a possibility of that, and there's definitely a possibility with Chandler of that because of the way he comes in and how aggressive he is. But if he doesn't, he's going to wear Conor out pretty quick. Conor's gas tank and ring rust and all that, it's a real deal, man. And I think that's a real hard fight for Conor. They could put Conor, they wouldn't have to sweat about Conor. They wouldn't have to hear about it too much more. Conor would get the fight, say, to whoever he wants, and then, get a tune-up coming back in instead of a Michael Chandler, and then, then jump back on board and see where he's at. I think
do these things for me.
I think Chael's missing that.
Get you this fight. Red Band and I still very real guys with our industry. Very big deal for Michael Chandler that he got that opportunity. And when Dana came a little short, I gave him the Ultimate Fighter. I think that was more the same time frame, but there was something came along in there where there was a mishap, and so Dana, hey, go over to Monday Night Raw, have yourself a good time. Give me a minute to figure this thing out. And now, Dana once again never, or at least not trying, to leave Chandler without, something wonderful. So I like it myself. I do like it. And
I like it too.
Chandler with his wrestling ability.
I think he should take
Islam, that's a very interesting match. I'm into that match. I'm not believing for you that Chandler's going to be the
I just don't know if
favorite,
Chandler's gas tank is going to hold up to Islam's.
The trash
That's a
talk
big
has
deal.
already begun. And Chandler's trash talk, at least today, was truth talk. He said, I don't get taken down against the cage. I don't get taken down in the open. Matter of fact, I don't even get taken down. I watched all his fights. He has been taken down, but I sure can't remember who it was. But I'm just saying, not for nothing. It's an
been
interesting. It's an interesting concept.
Yeah, I like the fight.
While
I like
gets
that fight.
turned around, and one other thing is, it would appear by the mere fact that they're even looking for somebody to fill in for a missing, timed out Sakarian, it would appear.
Yeah, Armin deserves a shot.
They want to turn Islam around quickly. Whether this match happens or not, it appears they want to turn Islam around quickly, which means we knew this was going to happen at some point, but it means the numbers for Islam that simply did not exist have come in.
Yeah, they're getting paid from Islam. For sure. That's what that is right there. I do agree with him on that.